The piano. Helen was having one of those days. Her tram was late, and when it arrived, no doubt it would be overcrowded, with barely a lungful of fresh air to breathe. Her feet were killing her, and to make matters worse, she put the wrong clothes on for the weather. It was over 25 degrees, but the forecast had said cool breezes and showers. She puffed out her cheeks in frustration. To top it off, her mobile buzzed with news that her friend had cancelled a long-awaited night out at the last minute. She felt her face crumple as she read the news. Christ, she could really do with that glass of wine. She stamped her foot like an angry rabbit. Her face was full of thunder, and beads of perspiration glistened on her brow. Then she saw it, and you could almost read the thoughts that entered her mind. It had been ages since she'd last played the piano, but here was one sitting invitingly in the middle of the square. She used to love playing, although she was never very good. She had her very own style, hammering out tunes more rock and roll than classic. Could she still do it? Could she do it in public? Would she make a fool of herself? She looked around. What the hell flashed across her eyes? She cracked her fingers, marched over to the instrument, sat at the keyboard, her thin back straight and true, her long hair in a perfect plait down her back. She struck a key, then another, then a third, picking out a scale to warm up, and then a tune. She had no idea why she'd decided to play Summer Nights from Greece. It was never one of her favourites, or one of the easiest to play. But the notes at the start had come into her head. Dum, da dum, da dum, da 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 dum, da dum, da dum, da 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 da. Her fingers produced the tune. She played the keyboard with gay abandon, oblivious to the singing that had started around her. The knots in her shoulders began to untie themselves as she played. Storm clouds lifted, replaced by rainbow smiles. She finished the song with a flourish and a slide of her fingers along the keys, and then blushed profusely as the crowd of people who built up burst into applause.